Okay, so I was planning to do a little fan dub with As Nodt, but I couldn't get the voice down right, unfortunately, so that project is scrapped. So it's just gonna be the usual review. Alright, so with that being said, cue the intro. Hey guys, LunarSpawn27 here, bringing you Bleach, chapter 568. Here, fear, here, too. You know what? I take back everything I said in the previous chapter because guess what? It's not over. So the chapter begins with Rukia slowly, gradually raising her body temperature, because if she doesn't do this soon, she'll cause some irreparable damage to her cells. It seems that she hasn't fully mastered the true power of Sode no Shirayuki, so I'm guessing that she only recently learned this, probably during her time at the Soul Palaces. Also, she went over the 4-second limit when she went to absolute zero mode, because her thumb starts to bleed. With As Nodt, he's thinking about fear, so he's still alive even though he's turned into an ice statue. He thinks that this must be the ability to incite fear. However, he says that this is not fear, because we actually learn what As Nodt is afraid of. As Nodt is afraid of Yuha's wrath, to be chided by Yuha, and of course having his very existence taken away from him. So those are two things he's afraid of. So As Nodt was able to get out of Sode no Shirayuki's eyes somehow. Blute vein? I don't know, because he was able to get out of it. I guess it's just like how Kangdu got out of Toshiro's ice prison thing. So when As Nodt freed himself from the ice, the mask broke, and well, now we know why he wears a mask. He's got no lips, just teeth. What the hell happened to this guy? And ew. So when As Nodt compared to his actual fears to the fear he was feeling now, he said that this battle was not fearful or painful in any way. So he rolls up his eyes, and apparently that's where he's keeping the Quincy cross, under his freaking eye. Ew. So he activates his volstandig and oh my god, kill it with fire, kill it with fire! Good lord, he looks like a goth zombie Jesus with Ichigo's hollow face. Ew. I mean, what's with this stitching? I mean, there's like a long stitch from his neck all the way down to his legs, and his eyes are still rolled up in his head. Ew. And so yeah, that's his volstandig, Tartar Foras, fear of God. And I thought As Nodt could not get any creepier. So Rukia tries to attack, but As Nodt dodges, and is he wearing a dress? And are those supposed to be his wings? Okay. Also, how is As Nodt supposed to see if his eyes are rolled up like that? Rukia tries to attack As Nodt again, but As Nodt said, "You cannot touch me." Rukia tries to attack As Nodt again, but he keeps dodging, saying that it's futile and that her attempts are in vain. As Nodt then tells Rukia that her feet are paralyzed, but she doesn't really believe that because her body is still probably below zero, I think. As Nodt then says, even if your cells can be frozen and manipulated, is it not true that the nerves coursing those cells are still fully functional? Wait, I'm a bit confused. How can nerves be working on something that is already dead? I mean, I'm not a huge biology expert, but how can fear not work on something that is already dead, but fear can work on something that still has its nerves functioning if those cells are supposed to be dead? Maybe Rukia's body temperature is no longer below zero, which is why it's being affected by fear. Well, anyway, As Nodt summons Tartar Forest, which I thought was the name of his volstandig. Turns out it's the name of his technique, where he summons this giant net thing that surrounds Rukia and As Nodt, and each diamond pattern contains one eye. As long as those eyes are staring at Rukia, her nerves will belong to As Nodt. Rukia tries not to look at the eyes so that she wouldn't be intimidated by the fear, but As Nodt says closing your eyes will accomplish nothing. Fond memories may litter your soul, but it is the recollections of despair and horror that weight the heart down. Even if it is a terror you only experience once, it is fully capable of sneaking up on you in the dead of night, growing and becoming stronger if you close your eyes, and resonating through your entire body. It shall begin, your heart will be consumed into oblivion by my fear, the fear you've done so well to avoid up till now. So even if Rukia does close her eyes, the memories and her fear will still continue to resonate, and it will only become stronger. As we see scattered memories of Byakuya, Ichigo, Orihime, etc., except this time all their eyes are completely black. Rukia loses herself to the fear, screams like crazy, but Tartar Foras, the net barrier thing, was cracked. And it turns out that the person who cracked it was Byakuya Kuchiki using Zenbun Zakara, and that is where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Bleach chapter 568. What did I think? Well, I thought the chapter was okay, but the ending, I don't know. Previous chapter, I did like the fact we get to see Rukia's abilities and what she can do and how she improved, which was cool. However, in this chapter, her coolness kind of got wiped away because she had to be saved once again. I thought Rukia had the abilities to fight an opponent on her own and actually win. To be honest, the last time she won a fight was against Arniero, and now she has to be saved once again, this time by Byakuya. But don't get me wrong, Byakuya coming back in this new outfit of his, it was pretty cool, but I was actually hoping that Rukia would have been the one to defeat As Nodt, but with both of them going all out. Now, I will admit, As Nodt's volstandig was creepy, and that's actually one of the good things about this chapter, seeing As Nodt's creepy volstandig and the full extent of what he can do with his Tartar Foras technique. I mean, it's a pretty cool technique. As Nodt is a pretty interesting character, and his fear ability? I'm more interested in that more than I was with Mask the Masculine's superstar ability, because he may be creepy and a bit scary, but he still intrigues me. So next week it seems that Byakuya will get his rematch with As Nodt, which is fine, but how is Byakuya going to be able to overcome As Nodt's fear ability when he couldn't do so when he first fought him? Maybe it was during the time training at the Soul Palace that he'll become stronger, which would be fine. But part of me is hoping that Rukia and Byakuya will team up, work together to fight against As Nodt, because I don't want Rukia, who finally had like a cool moment in the previous chapter ever since she appeared after the time skip, and for her not being the one to defeat As Nodt and just gonna like stand around and watch while her brother beats As Nodt. I will be disappointed in it, especially since Rukia was supposed to be one of the main female characters, and she did gain some cool new abilities, but I was hoping that she would win against As Nodt. But with both of them going all out, this chapter did change my opinion on that, which is great, but this also changed my opinion on Rukia now, because I thought Rukia was going to be the one to beat As Nodt, but no, Byakuya's back. So hopefully next week, both the Kuchiki siblings will fight As Nodt together, hopefully. Then again, this also showed that Rukia once again has to be saved, and I'm a bit disappointed in that. I mean, Rukia's an interesting character. She had a really cool ability in the previous one. It just, I don't know, just felt like it was wiped away in this chapter. But maybe she'll get her chance once again next week, or maybe the next time she fights a Stern Reader. I don't know. But I am looking forward to seeing what Byakuya is going to do, anything new that he has learned, or how he's going to overcome As Nodt's fear ability this time. So overall, I thought the chapter was okay. I mean, I did like how it went, but I didn't like how it kind of ended. So yeah, that is Bleach chapter 568. Tell me guys, what do you think of this week's chapter? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you hoping that Rukia and Byakuya will work together to fight against As Nodt? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe to more videos. Also, be sure to check out my Facebook fan page and Google+. So yeah, that is Bleach chapter 568. I'm the Response 27, and I will see you guys later. Bye.